time to my kitchen. Here we are again, and it's dinner time, and this is just like I remember my mom doing it. It was dinner time, and we didn't know what we were gonna have for dinner. We had soup. We always ate soup, but then we always had something out after the second course, and my mom sometimes didn't know what to make. And this was one recipe. She used to do it, and we all loved it, all of us. It's called ovos com salsa e cebola. What it is eggs with green onion and parsley, and that's it. It was just the eggs, and you mix everything. We call it, today we see it as an omelet. That's what it was. So in here I have 6 eggs, and then I have half a cup of green onions, which is about 4 green onions, and then half a cup of parsley. You mix all this, then you add however you want of malagueta. I'm gonna add about maybe a teaspoon of malagueta. If I see that we need more, I'll get some more. And then I have half a teaspoon of black pepper. And you want to mix all this. And this was an easy recipe because it didn't take a lot of ingredients to make, and you didn't need a lot of eggs. So this was a recipe my mom used to make. And then I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of salt, and we see as we go. And then I have here 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And you kind of want to mix all this together, and then we're gonna fry this into little patties. But this was one of our favorites. We all love this. It was ovos with salsa e cebola, and it was something easy that we could make at last minute. So you just want to mix all this together. And once it's blended, and you want kind of you don't want a runny consistency, you kind of want a thick consistency, almost like pancakes. And then now we're gonna fry this. Okay friends, my oil is hot, and I'm gonna use a scoop, ice cream scoop, but I'm not gonna fill it up all the way. And I'm using it's not very hot yet. I'm using olive oil, and but you can use any kind of oil you like. We use here most when we do fry is olive oil because it's healthier for us. So I also do when I covered my stove when I fry stuff. I just clean my stove, and I hate getting it dirty. But so I cover with foil, so it makes it easy to clean. So anyway, and we're just gonna make like little patties. And that's why I say you don't want them this too thick, because you want them to be able to cook all the way through. I'm gonna check when they start getting a little golden all the way around. We flip them. Something we did that would be so easy to make in no time. Sometimes even with this, we would cook spaghetti and eat as a side dish. So things we did when we grew up. And were things that they make to survive. They did all those things to survive and to raise a family. Like I said, we would have soup. This wasn't going to be just what we ate. We ate soup, and then we would have this, or spaghetti, or sometimes mashed potatoes. We would have this, but this became like a steak for us, you know. And this is gluten-free, healthy. You can substitute the flour for the gluten-free. And then what I do is I put it in a plate with some paper towel to drain some of that fat. I like this, and I remember eating this when we were a kid, and my mom used to think I was with yellow mustard. Oh, it is so good. I used to put yellow mustard on top. It is so good. Here you go. Like I said, you make according to your family. The other problem I remember when we were kids is that making it and having enough for the end. Because the person who was making was always nibbling. Was not always nibbling on something. And then before you know it, it was not enough. My mom would get upset. To be all nice and golden in the bottom to make it easy to flip. I tried one time to make this for my kids. They didn't like it. One didn't like the onion, one didn't like the parsley. It was always something. And if you want to add, meat to this, if you have leftover meats, add to it, even better. It's going to be my lunch. A couple of these with some mustard, or even could put this in a nice popsicle. Yum. They're cooked all the way because if you press, just like a steak, if you press in the middle and it doesn't give, that means it feels firm, that means it's cooked all the way through. But if it still gives, it means it's not cooked all the way through. I want some of you, let me know in the comments if you ever if your family ever made these, or your mom, your grandma, grandparents ever made these. Like I said, this was a last minute dinner. My mom didn't know. Sometimes we would be gone the whole day and we would come home and it was late to start making dinner. She would make something like this. And here it is, my off con salsicebola, or eggs with green onion and parsley. And I like to eat with mustard. I just cut a little piece, dip it in the mustard. So good. And it was quick and it's healthy. You make it in no time. And here it is, one recipe that my mom used to make in those last minute dinners that we had to come up with. And of course, to feed 8 people, it was quadruple of this, and sometimes we would put this inside a popsicle or even on top of a bread, toasted bread. Delicious. So anyway, here it is, one more recipe to my cookbook of memories of foods that my mom used to make. So you give it a try and tell me how you like it, if it's something you were accustomed to eat. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget to click on the bell so you know when I'm putting videos out. You get a notification. I appreciate all the comments, all the subscriptions, and I can't tell you how much fun I'm having doing these videos. Until next time, let's get cooking. Have a good day.